But first, hello, I'm John Bachman with the Newsmax Now update. The debate is underway right now on the floor of the U.S. Senate. The senators talking about the Keystone XL pipeline. It has already been approved by the House, and Louisiana Senator Mary Landrieu believes the 60 votes are there in the Senate to get it approved later today. Democrats are clearing the way for the vote, hoping it gives Landrieu a bump in her re-election bid and that special election, I should say, that upcoming Senate campaign against Congressman Bill Cassidy. And the runoff, it's not looking good for Landrieu right now. The runoff is about 2 weeks away, and Landrieu is trailing Cassidy by 21 points, that according to a new Human Events and Gravis poll. Well, the funerals will be held later today for those killed in that savage attack in Jerusalem at a synagogue. 3 of the people killed were Israeli Americans. The other was a Briton. All were killed by a pair of Palestinians who stormed that synagogue armed with knives, hatchets, and a gun. They were shot dead by police. But in Gaza, a disturbing and very different reaction. People actually celebrating here. The attack this morning was the deadliest one in Jerusalem in the last 6 years. Hamas has praised the attack. Israel's prime minister is promising a strong reaction, and that now includes the destruction of the homes of 2 of the attackers and their family members. And Secretary of State John Kerry has condemned the attack in Jerusalem. Speaking in meetings in London, he also touched on the latest round of nuclear talks between those 5 countries and Iran. Take a listen.
This is a very critical week, obviously, in Iran negotiations. We hope we can get there, but we can't make any predictions, nor will we.
Well, representatives from Iran and those 6 world powers, I should say, correcting myself there, including the United States, are talking now in Vienna. The deadline for a deal is next week. And it's definitely winter, but no winter wonderland in places like Buffalo, New York. Take a look here. Some places around that area already have 3 feet of snow on the ground. Hopefully we have that video for you. That storm is expected to keep pounding parts of the country today, and many parts of the country also were plunged into below normal temperatures, well below normal. Climatologist John Casey, author of the new book Dark Winter, tells Newsmax that we could be in for a lot of winters like this one.
We're looking at the 2030s, the late 2020s, 2030s being the worst, and then we start to warm up, but only moderately so in the 2040s.
Casey says the global warming theory is wrong, and the cause for all this cooling is diminished solar activity. And if you can believe it, Charles Manson is about to walk down the aisle, at least in prison. The 80-year-old killer now has a marriage license to marry 26-year-old Afton Burton, who calls herself Star. She's worked for years to try and get Manson out of prison. A wedding coordinator has been assigned by prison officials to coordinate all the wedding details. We'll have another Newsmax Now update coming up for you in 30 minutes. I'm John Bachman. Now back to Midpoint with Ed Berliner.